Yo, 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 what is up? Some technical difficulties going on here. 1 second. All right, there we go. And we're back. All right, so as the title says, we're going to be doing our inventory update. Now, what does that entirely entail? We have a massive stack of raw. We have I know, I know. I'm sorry. I will haze myself in retribution of my dishonor. And we have that, and then we're going to go through our whole slab inventory. What is up, Colby? I hope everything is going well. Hope the baby's doing great. Where is the hat? The hat's in the car. We wear the hat during live shows, not during live streams, my good sir. I can be persuaded otherwise, but yes. So we have all of these are binder replacements. So we will refill our binder. We will refill our binder for this weekend, but not for tomorrow, specifically because I want it to be fresh for this weekend. So we're gonna go binder, raw, and then slabs, and go from there. Now there's a specific order that these have to go in because they're all on a TCG player list. So I'm going to put them in a strategic order and go from there. All right, without further ado, these are just some of the cards. Again, these are actually all binder cards. Yes, I already priced them out. These are all under $10. We will be refilling the binder for Saturday. Very good. He had our 2-week appointment today. She's back to her birth weight. That's pretty good. That's really good. All on the right track. All on the right track. I did want to update everybody. We will not be streaming due to the holidays and us being out of town. We will not do a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday stream, but we will live stream the weekend. So, just putting that out now. Without further ado, we are going to get going. So, just some art rares. You have a Dedenne, Sawsbuck, Mew, Pikachu, Joltik, Surfing, Monkey Dory. Looks like a very seductive monkey, in my opinion. Berserker, Dune Sparse ×2, some research, Lycanroc, Slow King, Zorora, Gouging Fire, Pekka, Mischief, Clam Pearl, Bruxish. It's Watchdog, Mama Dog, Chandelure, Pikachu, Sandile, Starly. Like I said, all of these are binder cards. Luminous Energy, Quaquaval, Artisan ×2. Sad Puppy looking up at the moon. Couple Spheals. I don't actually think I put those in there. I think those got missed. Yeah, well, I'll worry about that later. Ignore me now. Some Raticates, Rapidash, Hydrapple, some Destined Rival stuff. Anybody's trying to master set that. We got the Japanese Persian, Litleo, Larvesta, Panard, Vanellish, some black and white rares too. Beautiful Scarlet Violet base set. Dolive. Like I said, these are all refills for our binder. Preparation for this weekend and next. We will have to find a time to do our price check, but that'll be not your concern. Torkoal, Klob, Mandibuzz, Belly Bolt. Got the Alakazam, Rabambi, Nidoking, Houndour. The Japanese Marshadow is actually under $10, which surprised me, especially with Pikachu on it. But Teal Mask, Mimikyu, Aerodactyl, Lapras, Orbeetle, Radar, Teal Mask. I think this is a Cornerstone Mask to be 100% accurate. Don't quote me there. Some GX action, Fire Energy. Got an Angry Bear. Got some Japanese 151. Shaman, Lily, Cyclizar, Waddle, Wiggly, Tox, Crick. Couple Turtonators. Panseer, Execute, and Reboot. We'll be doing a full slab update, by the way, as well for you guys. So we will see all of our slab inventory that we had. We did a lot in and a lot out, so we haven't done a full slab update in a long time. So I just figured hit everybody with that. Shelmet, Larvesta, Main Shao, Patrat, Swoobat, Durant, Gumshoes, Clob, Zweilous, Cuter, Wake, Lapras, Volcanion, Energy, Cinderace, Terapagos, the basic water energy, Noivern, got the Dondozo, got the Whale, Wooloo, no idea, Waddle, Timber, there we go. Got the Japanese Mew VMAX, Noibat, Cinderace, Quaxwell, Blitzel, Bargain, Con, Weezing, Surfer, Scouting, Quickwit, Gong, Zoroark, the English Sad Puppy, Swinub times 3, Klotzer. Our binder's going to be looking thick. Be looking extra thick. Costa, Cramorant, Ferrothorn times 2, Slitherwing, Toedscruel, Druddigon, Spirit, Gardevoir, little Rotom action times 2, Shroodle, no idea, Reniculus. This is the Lycanroc VMAX, the Japanese. If it makes it that far, Leafeon. This is the Chinese Leafeon, by the way. Yes. Gulpin, Guidance, Milcery, the Victini, Japanese Beware, no idea, Poltergeist, got the Butterfree, Thievul, Zacian, another Con, Zenta, Salamence, Energy, and Greedent. So binder's going to be looking thick. Now, in regards to our singles, our inventory did get a little bit thin on Saturday, so we did have to dig into a little bit of our inventory, and unfortunately some of the cards did not make it out of day 2, and that's okay. We do have a really good selection. So what I did was I spaced out all the binder cards versus non-binder cards just to kind of put it into perspective where cards are going to be. So if you come up to our table, you know where to look for versus not. So everything that was out of the hard sleeves is not a binder card, and then we have all of our binder card or non-binder card stuff in top loaders. Now, like I said, some of these do have prices on them, and it's because they did go into the case on Sunday. I understand the market's going to change, so that's neither here nor there. And I actually forgot to look up the Victini, so we just slid it in here. This is very well could be back to a binder card. Since our binder goes up to $10, I'm just not sure where it falls at. I know it was hovering between $10 and $12 for a while. So there's that. Now we have the Lily's Clefairy that we opened on Monday, so that's going to be going out this weekend. We have Victini, Blaziken, Gouging Fire. Now that this isn't a binder card, but this is the the Chinese Sprigatito stamped reverse holo. So some of these actually go for like $10 to $12. And then we have the Clefairy and the Fuecoco, all Chinese. And then we have the Chinese Fuecoco art rare. And then the baby Pikachu Chinese. And then we have the Chinese promo. Yeah, the Chinese promo with the 3 or the 4 on there. But again, I have to look those up on eBay. Recent comps are not on TCG Player. So, but now on to the big stuff. So we did pick up some really clean, bigger stuff. We got this Victini, which I'm not sure if it's gradable or not. Ooh. That's spicy. All right. Victini might find its home at PSA. We're going to see what that looks like in a 10. But we have this Victini from White Flare, Zapdos, Confagoras, the Charizard V. So we got this on Saturday. This was in a slab. We ended up cracking the slab because we took it in at raw price. Swablu and Minun. We have Leafeon V-Star, the Chiyu EX, the Firefish, Mew EX, the Japanese Leafeon, Gardevoir, Glaceon V, the Destined Rivals Garchomp EX, the Hyper Rare, Ursaluna. I picked up stuff. Morty's Conviction. We have the Greninja, so this was one of the cards that went out. Groudon, Reshiram. Ignore this. This was not one of the cards we picked up. That just fell into the pile. We got this Gengar on Saturday as well. It all came in one big stack. Good chances going to a home tomorrow, but that's a different story. Charizard, Tyranitar, Sinistcha, Liepard, Verizon Wireless, Lavenny, Lily's Determination. This is a played card. Market for these is like $20. Got the Squirtle, Vileplume GX, Alt Art. This is a beautiful card. The Sleeping Raichu. Forgot we got that. The English Mercery, Milcery, and the Vettel. And we have the 174 EVEX. People often call it the Food EV. The Cornerstone. We got the Articuno. We got Mischief. Blaziken. We got Ducklet. The Japanese Riolu. Ingo and Emmett Trainer. And the Copycat Trainer. We're not big on trainers, but sometimes people come up in a trade, we'll take them in. Some people do collect trainers. We have the Japanese Lumineon V and the Cresselia. We have Gothita, Regigigas, Bulbasaur, Slowpoke. Didn't know I got two Bulbasaurs, but apparently I got two Bulbasaurs. Gengar. The like I said, we did get another copy of the promo. I am going to see which copy is better and send that one in for rating. Dondozo English, Samurott V, Regidrago V, the Koridon EX Japanese, Tangela, and Blastoise. So that's all of the raw stuff. Not our most illustrious like pickups, right? But keep in mind, like we did have that fat stack of binder stuff as well. And now we're going to do a full slab inventory update. So this slab inventory does not include the stuff that you see behind you. So all of these slabs that are on the display, like none of these slabs are what we bring to shows. This is all just show inventory. Like to keep them separate. So we do have the prices. These are of last week, and I understand that the market is very, 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 very volatile and changing at all times. So, you know, keep in mind that just because we price on it during the stream does not mean that's going to be the price tomorrow or the day after. We do our best to stay current, but for price checking, for the most part, we normally check on Fridays before the show, which is what we will do. Now, if they don't have a price on, that means that they're picked up on Sunday. We did get a bunch of slabs in on Saturday as well, which is kind of our goal since we sold a lot of slabs the prior weekend. So we have these. Still pulling out. I want to make sure that these are just top loaders and not cards. Okay, they're just top loaders. I have one card without a case as well. All right. So first off the bat, we have the 151 Charizard EX. Most recent sales when we got this was $10.50. I know that for the most part we try to be as accurate as possible with our pricing. So if you see prices on our slabs, generally we will price check them on Friday, the day before the show, or if the show's on Sunday. On Sunday, but like I said, you have the Charizard. We got this on Sunday. This is the Mewtwo V-Star. This is actually started to stabilize a lot. So this one all the way up to like $600, and now we're back to like $450-ish price range, give or take. Next one we have is the Crown Zenith Pikachu, PSA 10. Yeah, that's the one that I got from you. The Crown Zenith Pikachu PSA 10. We have the Greninja EX Japanese. We got this at the Baltimore Card Show. So the Japanese Greninja. The Inugaba Japanese Pikachu. So understandably, like, this is the second most expensive card from the set. The Umbreon is like $50 or so ahead of it. Or so we've been told. I don't know how accurate that statement is, so please don't quote me. We have the Rayquaza VMAX Alt Art from Silver, the full art from Silver Tempest. We have the Chansey PSA 10. Beautiful slab. We got this guard given to us on Sunday or on Saturday, and this is a beautiful guard for the Sylveon. This really makes the Sylveon pop. It's not a graded guard; it is a bumper guard, but it is still a dope guard. I'm not sure what company makes it. There's not a company listed. Well, that sucks. Would have given him a little brief shout out. Oh well. We have the Rayquaza EX. We got this on Saturday in a big trade that we did. So PSA 10 Rayquaza EX. We actually did two big trades on Saturday. We got the Reshiram EX PSA 10 from White Flare. We have the Lugia V PSA 10 Silver Tempest. This was one of the chases that we've wanted for a while, and we got this on Saturday as well. Like I said, we did a lot of slabs in and a lot of slabs out. That's why we're doing a full inventory update for you guys. We have the Lucario and Melmetal. If you guys look this one up on alts, just be aware that sales are all over the place and very spread out in consistency. So sometimes for cards like this, I just price them, and then usually we'll do a deal with somebody that's interested in the card. And we have the Zacian EX PSA 10 from Journey Together. And then we have the Mewtwo Mew GX Tag Team PSA 10. We got this on Sunday. This was one of the bigger deals we did. We got this in the promo Charizard in a buy that we did. But super clean, super beautiful card. Really like it. We have the Lost Origin Sleeping Pikachu Trainer Gallery PSA 10. We have the Mewtwo V from Pokemon Go. This is the chase out of Pokemon Go, and this gained a lot of hype, and then it went back to where it was before. So the hype's like died down from the card from Pokemon Go. This was by far my favorite pickup from this weekend. This is the Birthday Pikachu Japanese 25th Anniversary Edition, and it's a 7,000 cert, or a 7 cert, which is like, it was an older grade. So it's been graded for a long time, but super awesome card. Market for this is like 560 to 600, I believe, but still a very, very beautiful card for sure. That is my favorite card that we got next to the Lugia this weekend. So I'm just gonna put pile back, and then that'll allow me to move to the other pile. Little switcheroos with the stacks of cards. There we go. All right, going into stack number 2. So we have 2 copies of this. This is the Venusaur EX PSA 10 from 151. We've had one for a while. We just got another one in a week and a half ago or so. So there's number 2. Both PSA 10s, both really clean. And the nice little graded guard. I like the jeweled guard, but I didn't have another one. We have the Whale Lord PSA 10 from Journey Together. I think market's been pretty consistent, 140 to 160 range. We have the Saberledge PSA 10 from Surging Sparks. So this comes as a pair. We have the Flareon V, the Japanese Flareon V from EV Heroes, and then we also have the Jolteon V from EV Heroes, and they're sequential. And I'll show you guys what that looks like here in a minute when I get to it. And then we have the Charizard EX from Paldean Fates PSA 10. The Japanese Groudon Art Rare, significantly cheaper than its English comparison, which we'll get to. We also have the English version. So in case somebody doesn't want to spend English prices, we have the Japanese. And then we have the Zekrom 25th Anniversary Edition, PSA 10 as well. I do think that this edition in all of its forms is much better than the English. Like this, their 25th edition is better than our celebrations, in my opinion. And then we have the Starmie V Astral Radiance. This used to be like a $200 slab, and it's gone up incrementally, which is good because it definitely is undervalued. All right, we have the Leafeon V-Star from Glaring Gallery. So we have the the English copy, the Japanese copy, and then we have the graded copy. And we have the Glaceon GX PSA 10. For the Hidden Fates cards, these are like $30 or $40 raw, and then the PSA 10 goes for, it's like what we have it stickered at, which isn't a big gap in between, and definitely undervalued in our opinion. We have the Illustration Rare PSA 10 Squirtle. Didn't even know we had this. I think we got this on Saturday, to be honest with you. But the only one that we're missing now is the Stellar Crown Squirtle. And then we have the Greninja EX PSA 10 from Forbidden Light. I'm sorry, not EX, GX. My bad. And we have the Gardevoir EX from Paldean Fates. We actually offered a deal for this on the Zard for $1,000, and he never came back. So we thought it was a pretty fair offer. Did not come with the guards, but we thought it was a pretty fair offer considering we had both cards that he wanted, but he never came back to see us. Made me big sad. We have the Glass Birds PSA 10. So we got a copy of this on Saturday and then sold it like an hour later. So we still have one copy left. Oops. The Rayquaza V that we got a couple months ago now. We've had this for a while. Market was over 800 for a little bit, but we're starting to see like a good stability in the market trend. So we have the Rayquaza V. And then we have the Eevee and Snorlax Tag Team PSA 10. We've had this for a long time. We actually graded this card. But it's one of the cards that we're just not in a big rush to get rid of, and that holds its value, and we're up regardless. So no rush there. And we have the Groudon PSA 10 English. So like as you see the difference in price, you can get 4 Japanese for the price of 1 English. So why not just get 4 copies of the Japanese, in my opinion? But neither here nor there. And we have the Dark Sylveon from Celebrations. The only thing that I think this would look better with is the glitter foil, but it's because it's a promo that they don't have it. And the Dark Sylveon only comes in the tins or the collection. So this is the Jolteon D. And so what I mean by sequential is if you guys look at the cert numbers, this says 499 and this says 500. So they go together like this. That's why they're both in the red graded guard cases as well. We have the Umbreon V, PSA 10. The Sylveon VMAX. The Gardevoir EX. Very nice. I do like the Paldean Fates Gardevoir better, but we do have both, so And then we have the Moltres V. So we've had this for a long time, but it's still a beautiful card. Price did go up to like 600 for a while, and it came back down, which isn't a bad thing in the market stabilization realm. But when you buy slabs versus raw, it kind of not defeats the purpose, but is what it is. So there's that. In total value, roughly the slabs that we have has a market price of like roughly 14,000, which does fluctuate on a regular basis. So don't take me for face value on that. And when we go to Collecticon, there are people that walk around that offer very strong percentages for slabs. So, if somebody walks up and offers us the right percentage, then there's a good chance we would just sell them literally all of our inventory just to come back and restart. But like I said, there's that. Now, we do have a couple more slabs. We have this Flareon EX from Terrestrial Festival. I just don't have a guard for it, so it just sits off to the side by itself. And then we do have 3 slabs still to give away. So we have 2 Screamtails and the PSA 10 Magneton. I think our goal for this weekend is to give away one of the Screamtails. So one of the ones from our recent PSA submission. We'll give one of these away this weekend to the right person. We're just going to find the right person and, help them get into the graded card collection game, if you will. So that is all of our slabs. We are currently looking for a new case holder. The one we got doesn't fit it with the guards, so we're on the hunt, if you will. And by us, I mean Mama Panda, because she's better at shopping than I am. And looking to find that. Just so we have a little bit more room. And this one, the one that we currently have, is also bent. So we're not using a bent box, because over time it's just going to stop working. So that is all of our graded inventory and all of our raw inventory that we took in. Like I said, some of the cards did not make it. And there's that. Now, in regards to where we're going this weekend, we'll be at Beltway tomorrow, which is the local card night that we did last month. So we'll be at Beltway tomorrow until 10 p.m. So I will have the thumbnails up for our shows this weekend on YouTube for you guys tonight. On Saturday, we will be at the Nova TCG convention that's going on in Oakton, Virginia. And then on Sunday, we'll be going up to the spot in Delaware to a toy Pokemon sports show that they're doing. Why are we going up there? Well, Collecticon New Jersey is happening this weekend, which means that there aren't a lot of local shows, and the shows that are local didn't have any availability. So in total drive time, I think it's like an hour and 30 minutes for us. So we're gonna commit to that drive and go up there and see how it goes. Never been up there, just gonna test the waters and see while everybody's at Collecticon and do that. We only have one table for that show, which should be fine because it's an 8-foot table, and just make that work with our displays. So I was thinking we just do the black displays plus a binder, which will fit just fine, as long as we can make sure that the screen doesn't break on the one, because our screen is broken on one of the displays. So that is what our plan is for this weekend. Now we did confirm some more shows for our future events where we're going to be going into next year. So we got pretty much the month of January booked out. I'll show you guys what that looks like here. So this way you get a warm and fuzzy. Go there, go there. Discord. So you guys can see what I'm speaking to. And then, like I said, I'll get the thumbnails up for that. Okay, screen capture. There we go. Okay, so in our this in our live shows. So here is the updates, right? So we're doing Beltway on the 3rd and the 4th. Then we're doing Gaithersburg Fairgrounds 10th and the 11th. We're doing the January 17th at Herndon Community Center. We were reached out by a local show host, and they invited us to show up and vend. So we're gonna be there. And then potential show on the 18th. So waiting to hear back. And then we have, actually need to edit this because we just got confirmation on closing out the month of January, which will be here. And January 24th. God, I cannot spell. I am so sorry. Fairfax, TCG, Comfort Inn. So we'll be back there to a first of its kind at the Comfort Inn on the 24th. Still up in the air about Mid-Atlantic, so don't take us on that. And that's really what the big changes are. So we should not see, unfortunately, going into the 15th and the shows that we set at Gaithersburg, this venue will no longer be available. So we will not be doing shows there. But that is our most up-to-date. And so, oh, it's not really. Let me delete JM's Garage. Will we go back to JM's Garage? The show overall for us was really good. In product, I'll be putting out a video for you guys, so you don't have to watch the whole live stream about interaction that we had with a customer, just to kind of show you guys like their perspective on it. It isn't long; it's like 3.5, 4 minutes, but it's something that was important to me. So there's that. And with the quantity of toy shows going on, do we really need to vend there? Well, that's a hard one, right? So if they reach out to us, so be it. But will we go out of our way? I don't know. We'll consider it. There's a lot of people that are up and coming social media influencers like myself in the area, and so we're just trying to set ourselves apart and to see a similarity because everybody's posting the same short form content, and at the end of the day, I want you guys to enjoy me as a vendor, as an entertainer, and who I am as a person, and what we bring to the table. And so that's what our goal is to keep bringing our personality to new spots. What we're really excited for again is the Collecticon. That's going to be completely different. So we're looking forward to that. It's going to be a bigger show. Quote, and I will say this, hopefully the biggest show. We do have a really good spot where we're going to be at, which I'll post on Instagram for you guys. And there's that. So that is the complete show through January. And then February, as of right now, no changes to the shows, except this 15th show will fall off, and Mid-Atlantic, we'll see. So I'll talk with the show promoter, and go from there. That's just, it wasn't a bad show. There's just not a lot of space, and for us, we like space, and we'd want to bring people along, but that'll be for. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, kind of situation. So that is that. Let me see if On Treasure has any updates as well, because they do like to do stuff like that. Go there, Maryland, Virginia, and Pennsylvania. Okay. That's interesting. Glen Burnie has a show, Fairfax, and 703 has a show. They're really starting to saturate this market, unfortunately. Yeah, nothing new has been updated. Not that I see. They've changed this promotion sticker, but they've also changed the dates. now. They've changed the dates. That's interesting. I think they've changed the dates. Because originally the dates for the show was the 17th. We were just coming to a close talking about shows up and coming into next year. And right now, they haven't confirmed anything, but we do know that the venue was there. And they're talking about moving it. And yeah, 300 per table, and it's 6-foot tables. Yeah, yeah, but because I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, they originally put it on the 17th, and CSA is trying to do the show on the 17th. So if that's the case, then they moved this to go around CSA. So CSA should announce that they're doing the same days in April, and then put out that, which will be what we're going to do the CSA show, just because the show's been around for a long time. But whether or not, I mean, this is a lot of money for a table. This is an astronomical amount of money for a table. Like, this is damn near Collecticon prices for a table. And it's like, would you rather do Collecticon? Shows 9 to 5 Saturday, 9 to 4 Sunday, 300 tables, and close to a half mile of amazing items. That doesn't attract me at all. That just means that there's a lot of walking. Ooh, that's rough. Yeah, because Collecticon is $375 a table, right? It's like $750 for 2 tables, so $375, I think. That's grody. That's a lot of money. I wonder if they'll lower the prices once they open up. Because if I remember, so it was under Virginia initially. So that's where we're gonna find out. No worries, dude. Go kill school, bro. We'll see. If you want to stop by, we'll be at an event tomorrow. If you want to come say hi while we're live streaming. Nope, it's still the same weekend. Still the same weekend. I thought it was the 17th for some reason. I don't know why I thought that. Yes. Sleeves sealed. Never opened. Yeah. Well, that's not good. We have to pass our classes. This way we can do fun stuff. Price drop, price drop, price drop. If I had to choose between CSA and the best flipping card shows, Max is an off season. What you mean? Oh, for the gym. I'd rather do CSA. CSA is $200 a table for 3 days versus $300 a table for a day or for 2 days, and they're 8-foot tables, not 6-foot. 60 events under our management in the Mass area. I don't know why they're coming down here. We have so many shows. That's Yeah, tell me what your numbers are, dude. Yeah, tell me how you do. That's weird. I don't like it. I do not like it at all. But yeah, that's where we're going to be at. Unity of Fairfax, Oakton, Virginia. You have Norfolk, Fisherville, Holiday Inn, and Ashland. And then, yeah, no shows were around here on Sunday. That's why we went all the way up to Delaware, to be honest with you. There was just no shows. Probably because you are fast. Lottsville? What is this? Where is Lovettsville? I've never heard of this one. That's pretty good. That's more than your body weight, right? Oh, look, they, Beltway. BDC Southeastern. This is, Tidewaters. Beltway is in Maryland, though. All right, well, I'm done speculating. Like I said, I was really hoping that there was two different. Either way, we do have the dates for Collecticon. They haven't officially announced it yet, so that is due to change. But we're probably gonna do the ones to Raleigh. Oh, you gotta get more than your body weight on bench there, buddy. Probably do Raleigh, New Jersey, Richmond, and then if San Antonio goes good, then we'll go back to San Antonio as like a end of year last celebration thing, last hoorah. Gonna kind of see how next year develops into, because there's still shows that keep coming up from new hosts and stuff like that. Well, anyways, that is all of the information that we had for y'all this evening. Like I said, we will not be live streaming Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday of next week. We will be out of town, so we were going to be taking the week off. We'll be down with our in-laws. Now, if we can convince our in-laws to, specifically my father-in-law, to buy a bunch of stuff for Pokemon and rip it with the kids, then we'll do like an impromptu thing. But yeah. That being said, y'all, be easy. Don't be too sleazy. I'll get those thumbnails up for you guys this evening. And yeah. Deuces, y'all.